So let us do remembering the future. In the last session, we are actually uh, learning about remembering the future. So you may be wondering, future, how can we remember? Right? Future is something that we unknown or something. But here, as a soul level, what he is saying is what we are learning. From the beginning of the meditation, we are learning this, not only just in this book or anything, right? Patrisar is always used to insist like, because when you are a pure soul, you are designed your life. And you came to this earth planet because thinking that I will do this, I'll do this, I'll do this, and I will work for this, and I will fulfill these responsibilities, and I'll take off all this karmic bondage from my life, like, and whoever has actually that you wanted to get rid of your karmic bondage or anything with means aligning or working with those souls only, you will take the life. Only maybe you are taking birth in one family, you are associating with other families, other souls in your due course of your journey. So nobody is coming to your life unnecessary or unknowingly or anything. It is your design. If somebody did something to you, it's your design, because you have done something, you owe something to them. I can say that. If somebody had said something to you, you owe something to them. That's why you did something. So do not claim or brag that I did so much. I did so much. No, because it is our debt. We are clearing it off. Okay, we are clearing off our debt. So it is not that we have done so, because with the illusions, with the Maya, we think that we have done so much and they are not returning. Okay, that kind of thing we have to come out of it. Once you know actual spirituality, that is the understanding that we will be getting it. So forget if you did something and they didn't remember it, it is their karma, right? Again, it is their karma that it is being written. So why do you worry? If you are not actually understanding this, what will happen is, because you didn't learn the lesson, this will repeat in your life again. Some other person will come and do the same thing. So do you want that repetition in your life? No, because we don't want that repetition. So let just forgive them, forgive or just forget it. Oh, we have done our best and leave it. So here in this chapter, what we are saying is remembering the future means that future, whatever we have written when we are at the soul level, that future is remembering. That's what he is trying to say here. The future means what is your purpose, what you are supposed to do, how you can do. That is the one that you have to remember it here in this. Okay, here are all our guys are there in that particular place, like all our people, and there is some kind of experiment that they are doing, and these people are trying to build their energy together, and they wanted to defeat that experiment, that whatever Feynman is doing it. Okay, our group is James, Maya, Curtis, and Charlene. All these people. There are supposed to be 7, but others were not there. These people were together. Okay, and they are trying to understand their birth vision, and they are trying to align that with the world vision. That is what our people are doing here. Okay, they are believing, they are interpreting like each other's birth vision, and they wanted to find that world vision to resolve this polarization. What is happening, we could see afterlife intention and discern the deep truths and prophecies they are able to see, because by being in their body they are able to see the afterlife, which means they're able to see their birth, because when once you go to that particular dimension, they're able to see their birth vision, they're able to see others who died and actually repenting. So which means that whatever the practice that they have done something good. So it is actually, the universe is actually showing them a way how what is happening, so that in turn they can come and be like Anita Murjani. She went and came back right after life. Why it would have happened? Because we all need to learn that. We all need to learn, because in our age somebody went and come back, then we believe it. Suppose if Rama done it, Krishna did it, Jesus did it, we don't know, we never see them. It could be the written stories. That's what we always feel it. Right here also, these people was given an opportunity to learn all these things. Okay, so what is the human history? We have seen that human history, right? From how from rocks, how they are evolved, all the things they have seen, right? So these the later group were seen experience of the end of the history that would begin the great catastrophes and environmental disasters, collapsing the economics. All these things they are seeing. The other group is seeing all these things. The height of the fear, with the fear, with the kiosk, right? There is a fear. Okay, there is a lot of fear. With the fear, people are doing it. With that fear, only a strong leader would emerge as an anchorist, and he would restore the order. He would agree these in liberation and carry the mark of the beast, and their bodies are also participating in this automated economy. All these people. Eventually, a strong leader would declare himself as a god. Whoever is a strong leader, right, he may declare himself as a god, we are seeing now, and take by force any country that resisted his rule. First, making the war on forces of Islam, and then on Jews, and then on Christians, ultimately casting the whole world into the fairy of Armageddon. For believers, on the other hand, scriptural prophets predicted much more pleasant end history, because this is what is happening. We have seen, right? Suppose if you take England, we have seen every country, it ruled every country. And we are also seeing what happened to that country also in the recent past, right? So it is not that even not only the person thing, not only in a person, the karmic bondage won't leave the villages, cities, countries also. If you, as a country, if you take so much pride of ruling others and taking their pride and all those things, then one day you have to bear that also. Sometimes when we are as a kids, you saw USSR is a great one, Russia. Right. Now nobody is actually bothering about it, right? It got like split into the so many things. So nothing, if you are not actually justifiable, if you are not actually following a rule, things, then ethically, if you are not doing, everybody has to go through that kind of thing. Okay. God would fully return, because at the end, the God would fully return at the end of the fighting and restore this earth and implement the thousands of years of peace where there would be no sickness or death. That will come at the end. Okay. Everything would be transformed. Even animals of the world who would no longer eat meat. That's what he's saying. That's the kind of the world he is envisioning. Instead of wolf shall dwell with the lamb, the lion shall eat the straw like an ox. Can you imagine? The lion can eat the just a straw, means the kind of a soup kind of thing, right? Like an ox, it can eat. So that kind of the world we will be getting it. Maya and Courteous caught my eye, and the Shalin looked up. All seems to be, because everybody is seeing that kind of thing, sense, right? Because they are seeing with the help of that hologram, right? Hologram, they are seeing all these things. What the end of the time seers were receiving was an intuition that in our time. What is that is happening if they are receiving means that is the happening, the intuition. We are at the end of the time, we are receiving all this knowledge means we are at the end of the time, we need to make our vision, whatever that our purpose, to make that kind of the world into this. Why we are receiving this kind of knowledge? Previous people, they didn't receive. Why we are receiving? Because we are also that part of that end of the world where we are the transformation, we can see that. Believing this world is also the big brother style, right? So everybody is a brother and sisters kind of thing. That could have our path, consider our path, believe that path, right? That is, believe that high vibrations of the love. That is the oneness, Aham Brahmasmi, Tattvamasi, all these things we have been learning since the day one. So that is what we are doing it. So where we are, so center, new dimension. So with that, a new dimension, which we invite the spirit, taught us to create a just utopia, like whatever the spiritual scriptures that they are creating, that is the one we can envision. So all these things that we are learning, right? It is not just learning. It is not just one everyday night we are coming and listening from the various masters and going back tomorrow morning and then doing our own work. It's not that. When we are learning this, we have to implement in our life that oneness, that love energy, that kind of brotherhood. We have to implement, because that is the reason why we are actually getting all this knowledge. Now we could see why this afterlife, why this interpretation we are able to see. What is mean by, what is ultimately, what is the God's plan? We are able to see. That's what all these people are thinking. Clearly, we had a path of, what is the path? The path that we have to travel is love and believing. The path of love and believing. As we have seen the polarization to serve afterlife that each represented, right? The truth integrated with this new spiritual worldview, that whatever that they are able to see the other dimension, that should be integrated with the earth dimension. What that truth should be integrated. The 10th insight and the special groups that began form all over the world. So this, whoever knows this kind of that is why you can see the lot of people, the spiritual people are there in the entire world now. Not just the previously, not this much. Previously, 10 years back, do you see these many meditators in the world? No, right? Because so much, because we all the people are trying to work towards the world vision, all these people, so that we can get a better world. Okay. Suddenly, hologram raised and felt another expansion of a consciousness. He feel like another expansion of consciousness. There is something moving, right? So he saw. He finally they are remembering the world vision. Now, until then, they are seeing the birth vision. Now they are remembering that the world vision. Consciousness got expanded. 10th inside groups are forming all over the planet. Everywhere they are there, reaching the critical mass of the energy and then learning to project energy. They are learning to project energy, and entrenched slides and polarization immediately began to lighten and ease. So they will overcome the fear. That fear will not be there. Especially affected would be the technological controllers, who would remember themselves to give their last efforts to manipulate economy to seize the power. So all these technological efforts, some of the technological efforts, people, they try to seize the power, right? Because they have all the technology. We are also seeing in this world. In the YouTube, I need not give the examples. Everybody know, like who technological people who are actually trying to grab the things, right? Suppose if you take, I can take the example of Reliance. If you take, right, Reliance, see, if you see, right, just to grow that one family or one particular group, if you see, what is that more, I think the supermarket more, okay, they buy so much quintals of the groceries they can buy. So what they can do, they can give a 1 rupee less than compared to the small stores. Because of that, there is a good supermarket. Everybody is going to that more only. If you see in India, every small place that more supermarket came now, not only in the cities. So what is happening to the small vendors who are actually living on it? They cannot give that price because they cannot buy the quintals of the grocery, right? They can only buy some things. So because these people are trying to seize the economy, they're trying to grab that economy, right? Because of that, all the small vendors were gone. So now, so they entered every market. They entered into the supermarket. They entered into that telephones. They entered into everywhere. Reliance entered everywhere, right? Even the Reliance gold shops came, and Reliance, even vegetable market also came. So these people, because the big players, they can get a large amounts and they can just sell in the a bit lesser price, and our people are all going there, and because of which the economy will get seized. The smaller people can't live, right? It will become hard for them to live. So these visions they are seeing, actually, all these visions. So the scene shifted to the decaying the inner cities, forgotten rural families. Okay, We could see the new consciousness forming, how to intervene the cycle of poverty, how this poverty can be gone. No longer would intervention conceive the terms of government programs. What is happening is this poverty, instead of giving them a work and showing them the work, our governments, what they are doing is they are trying to give some kind of free money. Government is intervening and giving a free money. So what they are doing is, ultimately, suppose if you give a work to a person, he will learn that work, he will earn the money, and he'll become a proficient. If not this place, some other place he can survive. Is it not? So instead of that, if you give him money, he'll become lazy. Instead of learning the skill, he's becoming a lazy. If you see, this is what the governments are doing. Mostly these poverty people, these government people don't want them to learn and um, grow, right? Instead of that, they are just making them lazy. These people did not understand that, oh, this government is giving free money, that government is giving free money, let us enjoy. But they are there only they have to depend on this money only. They cannot grow on their own, right? That is what. So all these things they are seeing. Then suddenly I saw the surge of private outreach surrounding each family and each child. Indeed, they are seeing some kind of surge. Waves of individuals began to form personal relationships, beginning with those saw family every day. Merchants, teachers, police officers, and the beat ministers. This contact has expanded other volunteers such as big brothers, and suddenly they saw that there is a each time the consciousness has improved. Their intuitions, they are able to see the intuitions, they are able to guide each other, they are able to live like a big brothers. And because all these things is gone, and they are seeing that world vision, right? They are able to see that there is a good environment. There's a crucial message in this situation, how enriched self-defeating habits. Each of us can hook up their memory. They are able to remember kind of what they came to this world, why they came to this world. This cognition continued. Incidents of the violent crime began mysteriously decrease across the human. All this crime has been decreased. The fear that was dehumanize the human being. All those things were lowered. We saw the new consciousness emerging towards the crime and draw both the traditional and human potential ideas. In a short run, new prisons and detention facilities and the traditional truth was recognized, and returning the offenders to the community too soon. Because once they realized, the offenders and the criminals, they are also coming back to the community too soon. They were not there for hundreds of years or something like that. They were given a chance to reinforce their behavior. We saw the integration of the inserts, introducing the private involvement, simultaneously increasing. More people got awakened. He saw that more people are awakened, and they are able to see these insights, why they came for this particular thing, right? Why they came to this earth planet. They are able to remember their things. The human culture has changed. The situations like husband or wife grew angry and lashed out on each other, where addictive compulsions and desperate need to approval of led of the youthful member to kill. All these felt restricted their lives, and they defrauded, manipulated others of gain. In all these situations, there was someone perfectly placed, prevented violence, but who had failed to act. In this kind of situation, he's saying, like we all see, right? Wife and husband fighting, they want to prove their point and they wanted to overcome the others. So in all these situations, there will be a soul that will have all the vision and can say that, okay, stop it, that kind of thing. Those things were missed in the previously, but now in the families, when they are growing, these evolved souls are coming and all these things are diminishing. Surrounding the potentials of the hero, where perhaps dozens of other friends and acquaintances are being failed, information and ideas have created wider support to intervention has been taken. There is a wider support of this information. Now the 10th insight is emerging into the people. They are actually taking off all these kind of situations. People are courageous. People have more consciousness. They are able to see the, instead of, because they don't want to see that torturous life. Because if you remember what happened is, suppose I didn't do anything, whatever I came to this life purpose, I didn't do anything. When I go back, I have to see my life review, right? life review. Why I came, suppose I came to Dallas, let us take, thinking that I will meet this person, I'll meet this person, I'll do this, I'll do this. Some 10 things I kept it and I came to Dallas, let us take. And after going there, and everybody started inviting me for lunch or something, I forgot what and all I want to do it. I happily enjoyed, okay, and carried away by those people's intentions or whatever it is, and I came back. What I will think? Why did I go? What did I do? All the things whatever I am supposed to do, it was God. Oh my God. Did I think or not? Did you all will think, right? Same thing. When we go back, when we saw that our life, why went to the earth planet, what did I do? This is a torturous life review. So people will remember once they come back, because once the advanced souls comes back, they will remember the torturous life review. So when you remember the torturous life review, what you will do? You will remember why you came to this earth planet, right? And you will do accordingly. So awareness, more awareness will be increasing. You will active more towards awareness with the social problems, not only the social problems, the rivers, oceans, because we are actually spoiling those rivers and oceans also. That's why COVID came. Everybody, it made every one of us sit inside, and all the what is the environment got refreshed itself, is it not? So we are throwing all the waste, industrial waste, we are just putting into the middle of the ocean. All these are the problems that we are doing. And once you come back, once you actually came, then you feel that, oh, I'm doing all these things. You will realize this opinion, and you will go on, oh, you will try to restrict these things, and leaving this industrial plant, faking research. There are so much faking research that people will do. Oh, we are doing for the sake of good, but they are not actually doing. They're doing some dangerous things only. Even there is a theory, right? Even COVID also came as a result of some research. They just leave that those things out because of that. So these are all the dangerous things that people are doing. And once you remember the torturous thing, life review, you will not do all these things, right? Who are doing all these things? Again, we only, right? Some people. So when they got evolved, they will not do it. So, majestic cathedral forest and belonging to the public. So the forest also you are just actually cutting. That also we are spoiling these things. When emerging with the spiritual awareness, we would finally force each of these such a disgrace, and we watch the good ones. We try to. The coalition would finally sound alarm that would save few remaining virgin forests in Europe and North America. At the end, they are saying that some forests in Europe and North America will be protected at the large scale. Okay, but when people understand the remaining site, they will make it beauty, and they'll keep these things for the future generations. The native people of the world and the new respect and appreciation. You started respecting the native people, whatever that elders have done. We already started appreciating whatever that they have done, right? Eager, and we wanted to understand what they have done, because poor guys, they may not know, but they just followed whatever their elders told. But they have some significance, because with our logical mind we are not following, but now we started appreciating that also. Medicine led by individual practitioner focused to the spiritual and psychological genesis of the disease. Not only just that medical, even the medical professionals, they focus on spiritual and psychological disease aspects of the disease also. They will not just treat with the surface level. Okay. And there will be a shifted enlightened capitalism, whatever the capitalism, it will be enlightened capitalism. Enlightened capitalism will not be just profit oriented. It will be looking for the good of the others. Like as ninth insight they told, right? They will reduce a bit of their costs, and so that everything will be available to all the people. As they continue to the watch, individuals are remembering their spiritual missions increasingly at the younger ages, not only just 30, 40, 50 age, at the age, not that time they are coming into the spirituality. Engage itself, people are coming into the spirituality and they are remembering why they came into the. Individuals would come at that age, right? When they remember, they are working for the planet, they are working for the good of the planet. Their goal is not just to earn the money, their goal is to have a clear environment, neat, safe environment for the future generations. Youths and teachers first guide us, early experience. Then in the schools also, he is saying that okay, in the school and the thing, teachers will guide the students. See, look for the synchronicities. Suppose if something came to you, why it came to you, look for the synchronities and see that certain subject. They'll try to study certain subjects on these synchronities and high vibrations and love energy, all the things they will be guiding it. Full memory will be evolved, and there certain groups and working particular groups of the people will be working on the particular projects. And after all, when they are increasing this energy, ultimately they will be intuiting whatever that they have done after life things, whatever they have done, that knowledge they will be bringing into the physical layer. Such a worldview, especially shifted, we look to the other people. Such a good worldview, right? To imagine itself, such a beautiful worldview. Everybody is looking at each other. Everybody saw that in that group, right? Everyone saw that. No longer we are the human beings. We are not merely the racial dress or a national origin of a one particular lifetime, because we belong to every nation, we belong to every race in different lifetime. That knowledge, when you got it right, you will not discriminate. Each nation will have that spiritual information, not just one. Each nation will have the spiritual nation. They will all integrate it. As the future was unfold, he could see that world political unity also, even political unity also there. Envisioned so many finally being achieved. It's not that everybody follow that one kind of the party or anything, but everybody respect the differences of others. Everybody respect the opinions of the others. When I respect the differences and opinions of others, then there is no conflict, there is no war, right? Before the earth political struggles are violent, the shifting into the war of the words, this remembrance continue and sweep the planet. Before this world is actually going into the some kind of the war, this remembrance and this spirituality comes and that will sweep away. All the religions are relatively come into the one and they synthesized the global spirituality. All the religions understand, every religion is doing the same kind of thing. Jewish, Christian, Islamic, Eastern, Western, secularism, everything will come into the one platform. That is the oneness, right? The war of the world will not, words will not be there. We always fight with the words. Those are the words are so powerful, that will not be there. We saw the awareness of the humanity is entering into the another level. They saw that this humanity is entering into the different level. With the culture is progressing, primarily sharing the economic information and synchronistic, and they are sharing the spiritual truths of each other. The ninth insight predicts that spiritual prophets saw. Yes. Those left the earth would understand and occurring the accept their role remaining in the physical world. Now it is the time to secular idealists to proclaim their truths on the temple steps. So now whoever the idealists, it is their time. Energetic in the Jerusalem would come from the Europe in a primarily secular vision. Spiritual importance has increased outwardly. Everyone, even the spiritualism in the Muslims, outwardly they will all united with the Christians. Everybody will get united here. Imagine imagine that world just like that, right? And this last synthesis with the final intuition of the Holy Spirit, we saw clearly through Middle Eastern dialogue of energy integration. They also saw that energy integration, when everybody is vibrating at a positive energy at one level, history has fulfilled scriptural prophecies, symbolic and a verbal manner, avoiding the physical apocalypse expected by the literalists. Suddenly, their focus was shifted into the afterlife dimension. Here, they could see clearly the intentions not merely create the new earth but new heaven as well. Not only new earth, new heaven is also created. We watch the effect of world vision. World vision, remembering, transforming the physical dimensions, but also the afterlife. Because when this is all, when the all that vision came and you all done that, then what will happen? That vision also has to change, right? Because they will try to create much more better things. Suppose here in the materialistic world, we have we initially we want to have some kind of a roof and a home to live in a family. Then we want to have a car to communicate. So we had all that. Do we satisfy there? No. We want a better home. We want a better car. Kind of thing. Here also, once that world vision was envisioned, when the earth plan, then the afterlife dimension is also changing because they are actually ascending. They are actually giving the better kind of ideas, right? Fully reality. They are from the beginning of the time, memory open and energy and knowledge is systematically moved to the afterlife dimension into the physical. Systematically all the energy is moving from afterlife to the physical world. Soul groups of the afterlife had borne full responsibility and maintaining the intentions and envisioning the future. Soul groups was born from in this physical world. They came with the full intensity. They are recalling why they came, and they are able to remember all these things. The consciousness on the earth was progressed, population was increased. There is a, in a balance of energy in this. If there is a responsibility shift in each and every person in the physical dimension also. When there is enough energy, when there is enough energy was shifted, so to the world vision has remembered full power of responsibility, believing we can create that intended future. We are all creating, we are all the groups that can create the intended future. As we carry that intent, because that is as we carry that intent, right? Now we fell to resolve the polarization, whatever that individual thinks, the fear thing, we can resolve it. When these groups were remembered, all the things, the fear of the small groups can be we can remove it. Exactly at the same time, all four of us, because all four of them, they are looking each other at the darkness, and a hologram still surrounding them. That hologram, there is a all the groups were merged, because all the soul group was merged, and they are glowing so bright. There is a huge hawk fly onto the limb and 10 feet, and the group gazed down at us. There is a something, it was came into the thing. A 5 feet away, a rabbit hopped within and a 3 feet away, something on something came on his right elbow. Something is happening. Look at there, what happened? 50, because the experiment is still going on, right? That Feynman is doing it. These people are sitting and they are trying to envision that energy, whereas in the physical world that experiment is going on. 50 yards away, a barely distinguishable moonlight with a narrow fissure shaking the bushes, and that something is happening there. Don't get afraid, don't stop the vision. That's what here people are yelling, the Maya is yelling, don't stop this vision, hold on that vision. Because when you hold on that vision, when you are holding on that particular energy, you can, no, whatever the other experiment, you can revert it. That's what he is saying. Okay, so to hold on that, they graved it confidently, because don't give away, don't get fear. The people are holding on unto that vision. But suddenly there is a dark thing came up, they formed and canyon. Don't stop. I was 100 yards away, kneeling down on the rocks. There is a suddenly then some sort and the dark thing came, and he began to walk. Now, our James began to walk in the north. So he is walking. While walking, some shoulder came and on his shoulder, some hand, and he said, "Who is he?" Shh, I'm David. David is the one. If you remember, he is the one who is getting feared about this. Oh, everybody is doing this. What will happen? All the things, right? He's getting feared. So that James, sorry, that David came. So with this, he stopped the chapter with that suspense, saying that, oh, they went into the dark, because it is a detective novel kind of thing he has written, right? So by now we know that these people only win, because we already saw that there is a bullet was happened. That bullet went and touched, increased her consciousness, It didn't do anything to Maya when she's moving. Some Feynman has put a gun bullet, but still other people got feared. But Maya went when it didn't hit her anything. Her consciousness has increased. Likewise, something would happen. So we will see that in the last chapter, holding the vision. That's a last chapter, holding the vision. Now, before, if you say, I'll just means because last class whoever came or not, right? Remembering this vision means I'll just summarize the things in 2 minutes. Okay, remembering the vision or remembering the future here. That's what here, right? Remembering the future means time is not a linear. Everything is happening at parallelly something. Okay, at the higher states of the consciousness, this linear structure, the time is collapses. Time is becomes fluid at the soul level perspective. Past, present, and future can be perceived simultaneously. You can see everything simultaneously. When people enter into the higher awareness, how you can enter into the higher awareness? Give me one, anyone? One. How you can enter into the higher awareness?
Meditation.
Yes, meditation, deep reflection, what you are doing, awakening, spiritual awakening, and mindfulness. So these are all the things of the tools how you can go to the thing. You may catch the glimpse and feelings of their future. You will also get that future, the meditation, when you are doing the deep things, right? Not because you are inventing it, but because you are remembering it. You are not inventing anything. What is going to happen in your future? You are remembering as a soul level what you have come. Okay, these memories often appear as intuitive nudges, intuitive memories, or deja vu moments, because I know this kind of thing, right? Deja vu moments are kind of visions or vivid dreams. Inner certainty about one's purpose. Because I told you, purpose, how to, when you are doing something without getting anything, if you are feeling happy, that is your inner purpose, right? So, with all these things, this is how you remember it. The future exists is potential. It is influenced by intentional energy, intention and energy. You have to keep that intention and energy. If enough people remember this sole purpose, all the collective energy, collective future shift into the awakened world vision. That's what is happening. So, when all the people in Houston, let us take, are meditating, are remembering it, what will happen? What is the future of the Houston? What they wanted to build, that also we will be able to remember. So, that's what he is saying. The vision of Earth's future. As the characteristics of this novel, everybody, that journey, right? They are going into the alternate dimension and they are seeing all this photographic image of these people that are awakened. What is they saying? They are remembering the future includes a harmonious society. That's what they saw, with the understanding of the energy, intention, and soul growth. Technology guided by spiritual ethics in sync with the nature. Technology guided by spiritual ethics and sync with the nature. Economic and social systems based on the cooperation rather than competition. Healing of the planet through aligned human consciousness. People live with clarity, joy, and deep inner connections with the source. So, however, this future is not inevitable, it is conditional. It is not inevitable, it won't come automatically. It is a conditional. What is a conditional? Depends on whether this humanity holds the vision and stays aligned with the higher awareness. That is the condition. If you are all meditating and staying with the higher awareness, then only this future, the beautiful future, we can see. Otherwise, we can't see. That's a conditional. One's soul's role in co-creation. What is your role in co-creation? We are the one, we are creating everything. So you are the part of that co-creation, right? So the idea of each soul came to this earth for a specific reason. Each soul came to this earth with a specific reason. Before birth, we choose our circumstances, our life lessons, with the intention to help ourselves and evolve and contribute and collective upliftment. That's how we come. Each one may be working in a different things, but each one of us will come in this. Suppose in our meditation only, suppose let us take, so Bhavani Garu is working on some omega pyramid to so that the people will have some kind of place to do meditation and all. Okay. Some other person may be coming and hosting the session so that the people will learn this knowledge and understand. I may come and spend lots of time on reading books, understand, and then so here everybody's purpose is to uplift others, but each one is working in differently. No one is great, no one is low, or no one is high here. Everyone is doing our part. So when we understand that, we uplift the energy of the earth. Okay. The more we connected to the purpose, the more we align to our soul purpose, soul plan. The more we become vibrational match, the more we remember the future. The more synchronicities guide our path, making the journey that will that will make our journey as a divine calling, our inner calling. Okay. Feelings of being lost or anxiousness or unfulfilled will not be there. We don't experience, right? Repetitive patterns of failure and struggle, we don't come. A sense of disconnection from each other or from the truth, that won't be there in this new future. Collective consciousness and energy field, when we are all remembering the thing, a critical message in this chapter is that when we are all meditating and when we are awareness, all the things are happening, there is a collective field of consciousness. All fields consciousness will come. Every thought, every emotion, every intention contributes to this field. Everything. The more people focus on the fear, scarcity, or a control, the more we are going to the negative timelines. The more people we are contributing to the abundance, positivity, we are going to the future. As simple as that. When individuals shift love, awareness, spiritual service, a collective future also shifts. Thus, remembering the future is not your personal act. It is service to the humanity as a whole. The shadow path, forgetting the future, right? The characteristics, the darker future born fear. Why the darker future is coming? Because of the fear and disconnection. This is the timeline where the people forget their soul purpose, materialism and the power was take over, spiritual truths are ignored, the environment collapses, humanity lives in a survival mode cut off from the source. This is what many of the people are living. And we also lived for many years. Now we got that we are fortunate to learn this knowledge so that we can go to the other thing. So the author is warning, natural outcome of this ignoring that intuition. If you ignoring it, your ego, if you are suppressing your intuitions, then you will be into this unnecessary things only. Once you remember that, what will happen? Then you will be part of that building the good future. Your life is not a random. Ultimate takeaway is your life is not a random. You choose it with the spiritual intentions. You choose the life with the spiritual intentions. You can access your future remembering your soul's blueprint through stillness, through meditation, through inner guidance. The future of humanity depends on whether enough people align their true purpose. Whenever enough people align their true purpose, the future will be aligned. Synchronicities are not coincidences. They are signs you track with your remembered future. When many people hold this loving, spiritual, evolved earth, we help the reality to unfold. That reality to unfold. Remembering the future of soul's responsibility, not just the personal benefit. Do not think anything with the personal benefit. How to remember your future again is doing it. Spend time in meditation. Spend time in nature. Still your mind. These are the things. Spend time in meditation, spend time in nature, and still your mind. Journal your passions. Journal what makes you happy. Journal your passions. Journal your callings and recurring dreams. If the dream is coming recurring. Follow synchronicities and listen to the inner nudges, inner guts, right? Gut feeling. Let go of fear-based decisions and control things. Surround yourself with the spiritually aligned people. Okay. Visualize the higher future. Always, whatever the future that I mentioned now, right? Visualize that one. When you visualize, that future will come. Visualize that future for yourself and for the earth. So it is a remembering future is a powerful spiritual wake up call. It's not just the lesson that we are listening and going. It is a powerful spiritual wake up call. It invites the trust. We have to trust this. The deep within, the path is familiar. As we remember, we light the way to the others to do the same, gradually building the world where the soul has a purpose, compassion, and unity defining the human existence. That's the whole purpose of this chapter. Hope I have summarized well.